Ms. Legalista here. Thank you for joining. This is probably one of those scams that really gets you worried and gets you concerned because if you think through how bad this could have gotten with this babysitter who was involved in this job scam, then you get really worried for young people who might get caught up in something like this, show up at a house where you think you're going to be getting a babysitting job and find out that there's something totally different going on. The house is vacant and it's listed for sale. So who's going to be there when you show up? That is the scariest thing I think I have ever heard. But in this case, this young babysitter did her homework. Something didn't feel right. And we're going to see what she did and how she was able to figure out that something wasn't right here. It's another one of those times I tell people, if it doesn't feel right, if your gut instinct is telling you, hey, wait, just, you don't know, go with it. Take some time, pause, and figure out what's going on. But let's go ahead and listen to what happened in this case. Because again, like I said, I think this is the scariest thing in the world when you think about how wrong this could have gone. Now, hopefully, Verizon won't do me dirty today because it's just slow all the time, lagging, lagging, lagging. So I'll stop lagging with what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and hit play so that we can see what happened.
But we begin with this. An innocent attempt to get a babysitting gig leads to a concerning discovery. A 16-year-old girl agreed to the job, posted on Facebook, only to find out the house she was supposed to show up at was vacant.
16-year-old Maggie Drozdowski loves to dance and dress up and wanted some extra side cash.
I joined a Facebook group. It was my first time doing that and gonna babysit someone like I didn't know.
She says last week she responded to this post in a local babysitting group that said, I need a babysitter for my kids, both girls, 1 and 3 years old, and I would like you to take care of them like yours, offering $25 to $30 hourly.
I mean, it was good hours that she put out, and it was one of the first ones I saw, too, so that's why I picked her, I guess. And the kids are really cute.
Maggie says she reached out to the woman and they exchanged messages. She says the woman gave her the address in Downingtown, and at one point, the woman asked her to also help organize furniture she will have delivered, saying she will send her a check to pay for the furniture with an extra $200 to use for errands and toys for the girls. Maggie agreed to help, but decided to research the address just to be sure.
I just already felt weird about the situation. And I noticed when we looked it up, the house is for sale, which I thought was weird. And I told my mom, we called the realtor, and he said nobody's lived there since May.
The homeowners tell Fox 29 they have no idea who this person is. They say the home is currently vacant and for sale, and they're terrified their address was used.
It could have been either just a money scam or someone could have actually been waiting there for me when I came, and it could have turned into something worse.
Euclid Township Police say the potential fraud is still under investigation, but pointed to scams the Federal Trade Commission warned about this year, including a nanny scam. Warning, don't believe any story about why your employer sent you a check for more money than you expected to be paid.
I think everyone should be more aware before they apply to these and look into it, but there are some dangerous people in these groups too, because they're really big. So, I mean, I wouldn't say don't use them. They're good. Just be careful.
Now, the FTC says you should be suspicious if you are hired for a job without doing any kind of interview, either in person or over the phone. And they said if you get a check before you start working, that should be a red flag as well. We do have more of their recommendations on fox29.com.
Wow. Okay. Like I said, it throws you to know that there was a situation where she was possibly going to be going to a vacant home. Imagine showing up there. Imagine, the parents dropping you off when, a lot of cases the parents are like, wait, let me go inside. And why is this for sale sign in the yard? What is going on here? But she said she felt, you notice that part where she said she felt something was off? Like she knew deep down something just seemed fishy about this. I tell people this all the time. Go with your gut instinct. And she did. She did her research, and that may have just kept her alive. Apparently, they are still looking into this. But there are so many real estate scams going on. I recorded another one recently about a woman who was trying to rent a property. And it turns out the person that she thought was the listing agent was actually an impersonator, someone who was a fake real estate listing agent who was trying to impersonate the real person. It was just this whole twisted scheme, but she lost thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars. She was ready to move, got stuff packed up, hired movers, paid money, ready to go there, only to find out that this person that she gave this money to was not the broker. We have attorneys who thought that they were working with people who were buying houses, and so shared the account information so that the buyers could send the funds to the attorney for the closing, only to have the fake buyers scam her out of money. These real estate frauds are everywhere. People with pools in the backyard finding out that their pool is for rent on a rent pool website. I'm telling you, from beginning to end, I've heard about people with their down payments being told at the very end near the closing to wire the payments here. So by now, I hope people are not are used to hearing that that is not one to fall for. Some of these other ones are a bit new, but that is definitely not one that we should be falling for any longer. So there's so many of these out here, just so many. I can't even keep up. I'm going to do a playlist. I think I'm just going to do, one video where I throw a whole bunch of these real estate scams together so that you can take a look at all of them at one time, because there's a lot going on around property because people know that you have to have someplace to live. But now we see that it's also being used to trick babysitters and people looking for jobs. So be mindful of what is going on some of these Facebook groups. Like she said, they can be really large and they can have people up there who are up to no good. So keep your eyes and ears open. Make sure you listen to your gut instinct. Follow your intuition there. All right. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.